As the climate warms, sea levels rise, and pollution increases, scientists are racing to learn more about the health of the world's oceans. In one California lab, there's now a long-term study underway to try to predict the future of the oceans by delving into their past. NewsHour Weekend's Yvette Feliciano has our report. This story is part of our ongoing series, Peril and Promise, the challenge of climate change.
At Northern California's Monterey Bay Aquarium, scientists are conducting an experiment in time travel.
Put it in one of those little vials and send it off.
They're part of what's known as the Ocean Memory Lab.
So we can sort of go back in time from zero to the very end here.
That's so cool. Its mission, to paint a picture of what the ocean looked like 200 years ago.
Imagine opening up a book at the last chapter and trying to understand what the story's about. We're kind of doing that right now with the ocean.
Science director Kyle Van Houten heads the project.
We've studied the land, we live on land, and we've studied the land for centuries. We know quite a bit about the dynamics of how things work in forests and deserts and grasslands. We know a bit less about the ocean.
Studies on the ocean's environmental health only go back a few decades, so scientists often can't say what marine life was like before pollutants, including plastics and chemicals, were introduced to the water.
We really want to generate an informed baseline for what a healthy ocean is. To do that, we need more data than we have, and we have to get creative.
To that end, the year-old Ocean Memory Lab draws on specimens collected by naturalists and explorers over the last 2 centuries. Using modern techniques, lab scientists can analyze those specimens and compare them with samples collected today.
The seabirds and the turtles and the whales, all these things that we study, they're essentially drones taking information about their ecosystem experience out in the ocean and recording it in their feathers, in their bones, in their blubber, various parts of their body, and storing that away. So by using this approach and using animals as drones to measure the environment, we can actually go back in museum archives and records and repositories and go back much further than if we started measuring today.
Seabirds, gulls, cormorants, and albatross provide the Ocean Memory Lab with a particularly valuable data set.
Seabirds are famous for nesting on land, of course, but flying thousands of kilometers out into the ocean, sometimes spending more than 95% of their life on the wing in flight. And these animals search huge areas of the ocean for fish and squids, and then will come back to their colonies to breed.
To get data on the ocean from seabirds, scientists cut small fragments from their feathers and then grind them into fine powder. They then send the samples to a lab for protein analysis.
They're recording all sorts of information about their food in their feathers. And so we recently did an analysis looking at 130 years of seabird feathers and recreating their diets from those feathers, from the ratio of amino acids and proteins in those feathers.
With this technique, the Ocean Memory Lab has been able to map out the changes in diet for several seabird species over time.
What we learned was that over the past 130 years, these birds have gradually been shifting their place in the food web, and they've been eating more squid and less fish, about twice as much squid than they were eating in the late 1800s. From our analysis, that's due to climate change and due to the fisheries activity that humans have been taking a lot of fish out of the ocean.
But it's not just animal life that provides clues to the ocean's history. Algae samples have been collected at the Hopkins Marine Station, right next door to the aquarium, for 125 years.
This is from 1916. It's amazing that they have been preserved so. But what we hope to do is to recreate what the ocean was like just here down the coast in 1916 through the experience of that specimen.
Scientists can analyze the specimen and extract information on the state of the ocean from the time it was preserved.
So we can get the temperature of the ocean, we can get pollutants in the ocean, we can get the nutrient levels. What we hope to do is to kind of repeat some of these things today, but then pricelessly go back in time through these specimens.
Other specimens can provide the lab with centuries worth of data.
This is a tympanic bone.
This is the ear bone of a bowhead whale, which can live to be over 200 years old. The bone can provide information about the ocean throughout the animal's lifetime.
Yeah, so this animal could have been several hundred years old, and this sample is from the early 1950s. This animal could have been swimming around in the ocean before the Declaration of Independence was written, so that's quite amazing. And all of the information here, it's not just a snapshot of the recent life of that animal, it's the entire life. It's kind of like a black box for an airplane. You know, it records all of the data that happened in that whale's lifetime.
Van Houten says that furthering our understanding of the ocean's history isn't just important for posterity, it's also vital to understanding how changes in the ocean's makeup affect people now.
The ocean is the beating heart of the climate system, and we need to understand that, and we need to explain that and to educate the world about that. We want them to understand the importance of the ocean, not just for fish and things that swim in the ocean, but the importance of the ocean for them.